what if I have all my stuff on my phone and it's password protected, but I have a trust? How does that work?
So the way the digital asset trust works is, so even things, so you say on your phone, but where is it on your phone? Is it physically on the hard drive on that phone? Or is there just an app where it backs up to another cloud-based?
No, not cloud-based. It just happens to be someone who never synced their stuff to the cloud.
So it's physical. So it's, I guess, kind of physically is the right word, right? So it exists on that device.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just need to get access to that device.
Correct.
So, like, same thing for a computer. Like, a lot of people will have a lot of photos or data that way on the computer. Physically exists that hard drive. Then just make sure that the people that you want to have access to it, that they can access it.
What if in the time, what if for whatever reason the password didn't get updated one time, and now I have this physical phone with no password, and now as the person who survived has it now but can't get access?
That's a situation we saw recently, and they couldn't get into it.
Okay.
Because most phones are tied to a single user license. Like, I have this person's phone who's not me. Can I get into it?
Right.
So the digital
estate plan and in the trust and willed to them, if you will.
Yeah. So what we say is we specify the different accounts: Apple iCloud account, copy of the photos and videos and data to my child or to my spouse. The specific email account we'll name. With email accounts, we say that the trustee can get a list of emails received, so they can just see who it was from.
So almost like with the digital asset, if I came in, the first step you'd probably do is say, well, you have to make sure it's backed up to the cloud, which could then support and help people if they just have it physical only to set up a process to get it digital.
Yeah, you just got to have a way to transfer it. People usually, they don't know of digital assets. It was in 2016 the law was passed, and it defined digital assets as your information that's being stored on your behalf electronically, and you have the right to direct that information. So yeah, most people don't understand that, or they weren't aware of that. We have a digital asset inventory and checklist. So the steps are: number one, inventory, what is out there? Let's think about, what is out there and where is it stored? On your phone, do you mean physically on there, or do you mean backed up to a cloud place? Inventory. Step two is check for an online tool. Like Facebook, they have legacy settings, which you can set up to say what you want to have happen to your account. Google has inactive account manager. That's an example of what the law calls an online tool. So what I want people to do is go through each thing, see, do they provide a way for you to transfer it? Now for me, my YouTube channel, my Google stuff, I don't want to put my 13-year-old son as my inactive account manager, and my trustee is a fiduciary company. So I listed my digital asset trust. So I listed my Google stuff, my YouTube page, copy of that to my children.
You really then support people making sure that they are tracking and have it synced some digital way so it can be transferred. So it can even bring awareness to people who think they're safe because they've got it on their phone, and they're not really safe because if for whatever reason, and for a lot of people, I don't understand this because of how I know phones work, but I still believe, and I guess I do understand on some level, still there's a lack of education of backups and things being redundant. And so when people lose phones in the water or drop them off of a side of a cliff, and they're like, yeah, I lost all my photos and all my contacts. Going through an estate plan and the digital asset trust can actually support people's assurance that they end up truly getting the copy so that they can be transferred.
Yeah, so we help them think through that. And then we provide a resource with all of our plans. We call it the Digital Vault. It's a way to store everything electronically and decide who can access it and when.